Did I do this correctly? A 25-hour investment. You're welcome to say, Mike, too early in the morning, you haven't had your Red Bull, and you're just wrong. Has so many traits, and it created this monster. It's why he doesn't need Batman. And you still have options. Plenty of options. What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, we go into depth about icon swaps. And if you were disappointed with this promo, with this launch, with this release, like the video. I'm expecting a lot of you to come through and say, yup, I thought we were gonna get a little bit more. You were unreasonable if you believed the R9s and the Rude Hullets and the Eusebios and the Croix were gonna make an appearance. I'm just gonna let you know. That's not how this ever works. Ever. And I want you to comment below because I'm going to give you the guide. I'm going to give you the insider scoop, insider trading, my opinion. What are you going for? What are you going to complete? Because when I look at all of this, the grind that is involved, the investment of time, if you want all the tokens, it's probably going to take you over 100 games of FIFA. That's a serious amount of time. In fact, assuming you don't get a bunch of rage quits or golden goal and you don't get that type of good fortune, which I can relate to. What's going on, FIFA community? You started off hot and now you're letting us down. I've never been a mathematician. In fact, it's a subject that I struggled in when I was in school. Let's say it takes you 100 games to complete all the icon swaps at 15 minutes per match. Probably gonna average out to more than that, especially with some of the squads you've got to build. That equals 1,500 minutes. 1,500 minutes divided by 60 gives you 25 hours? Did I do this correctly? A 25-hour investment. You're welcome to say, Mike, too early in the morning, you haven't had your Red Bull, and you're just wrong. But that's a lot of time. That's kind of the point that I'm trying to get across. Like I said, comment below, what are you planning on completing? Surely you're gonna do a few of these. You just might not make the investment of time to get 18 swaps. And I understand. Over the course of multiple weeks, it's significant, especially if you're playing the weekend league and rivals and you're grinding the game elsewhere. Before we get into the Dirty Mike advisory group, let's talk about the 6 icons that have been introduced via these swaps. And Deco, 7 tokens, put that on screen. This is easily the most playable Deco, but do not be fooled. He's never been better than an average tier regardless of the variation. In many regards, he's a trash tier icon, and I like Deco as an individual on the actual pitch. But on the virtual pitch, he's never stood out. I'm just delivering some construction tape for all of you. That means I'm giving you a warning. You can't get stuck into these statistics and saying, well, maybe it could work. He's got high agility, got some acceleration, he's got high stamina, curve at an 88. Even with the player traits, got quite a few. Flair, long shot, playmaker, outside of foot, technical dribbler. I'm really waddling here. And this is your lowest investment for an icon. I will bring up shortly some logic that I do believe you're gonna like. But Deco, as an individual, if you're picking them up off the marketplace or off an icon swap, I struggle to get behind. I struggle to back this. I'm not funding the initiative. Ashley Cole, 9 tokens. Easily the best value selection from all of these younger, older gentlemen. Impactful fellas. New icon, meta statistics, 90 defensive awareness, 90 standing tackle, 93 slide tackle. Kind of rare to come across that for fullbacks. High stamina, not the strongest. He's going to be able to pass out of the back though, which is a big thumbs up. And you will be able to use Ashley Cole right now as well as in the future. It's a preference selection as always, but at least you're getting a player that can go into many starting 11s and should be able to last for the entirety of FIFA. Are there going to be better versions of fullbacks in this year's installment? Sure. But for no financial push, you're not losing any coinage. This is not bad for one of the greatest Premier League left backs of all time. In fact, where do you rank Ashley Cole? Premier League fullbacks or Premier League left backs if you want to do that. You could include both fullbacks selections. I'm not mad at that. In general, where would you have him? What kind of tier? What kind of category? If you were ranking, is he top 3? Is he top 5? Is he top 10? Top 15? Surely he's in the top 10 for you. Don't let me impact your choice. I'm just thinking out loud. Overmars, 11 tokens. Unexpected for some of you, but Overmars is good quality. This year, he's gotten busy for yours truly. 98 acceleration, 96 sprint speed, 92 agility, 91 balance, and high stamina. Worst case scenario, this is going to be a super sub for the rest of the year. Many of you will be surprised with how he actually performs. Of course, has that 5-star weak foot, does not have the skill move package though. And he's a little little limited when it comes to player traits, and this plays a factor. You might say, really? Traits matter? Heavily. Some of these players that we talk about being overpowered or really fitting into the meta are impacting games, dictating what happens and when it happens. They end up with 6, 7, 8 player traits. And I always use Robin as an example. For an attacking player, Robin has so many traits and it created this monster. It's why he doesn't need Batman. Laurent Blanc, 13 tokens. I don't doubt his quality. I'm not here to take away from that fact. But the reality is we have 50 to 100 center back options. We have too much supply and not enough demand. And I'm just not feeling the investment at this point. When we're looking at Blanc, what's available in the entirety of icon swaps, I'm not that excited with Blanc. At a different point of the year, sure. Maybe even a different FIFA installment that we didn't have so much depth in this position. We can almost build a center back at this point. Pick a league, pick the stats that you're affiliated with, the size, the structure, the nationality, and you still have options. Plenty of options. I'm not talking about the stock market. Butragueno. Someone I rate, but the baby Butragueno for 15 tokens? With the assortment or the array that we have, with the icon swaps, when we're talking about packs, absolutely not. I'm not touching baby Butragueno. This is gonna be in March by the time you complete this. I don't need a Pisces or an Aries. I just can't resonate with Butragueno right here, right now, at least the version that they're introducing or delivering or supplying, and then also the investment in order to bring in Butragueno, and he is very good in FIFA. I hate the value here. Ugh. Baggio, 17 tokens. Your complete grind of icon swaps. If you do not have a mullet or a picture of Baggio currently in your apartment or your home, wherever you reside, this is going to be a pass. Please do not complete. You will complain for the rest of the year. Finesse shot, playmaker, technical dribbler. He's a fun player to use. 5-star skills. He's an Italian Brazilian. But with low stamina and just previous usage experiences, this is going to a horse race and you brought old Martha with you. You're not winning that race. He's not fit for meta success, and it's just unfortunate that in this case, he costs so much. He cost everything for icon swaps. If Baggio was here where Deco was at 7 icon tokens, now we're talking about doing something. A 94 overall, you have some fun with it. He's got the skill moves. Worst case, you would have premium fodder at a later date if necessary, if needed. But how can I co-sign Baggio and you spending all that time? You heard me earlier. Professor Dirty Mike with a degree in FIFA schoolism is telling you it's too many hours. That's the icon talk. If I was ranking them in order of priority, and this is based on value, because it has to be. Number 1, Ashley Cole. Number 2, Overmars. Number 3, Deco, might be a surprise to some. Number 4, Blanc. Number 5, Butragueno. And number 6, Baggio. And I repeat, based on value, not ability, because this is a value equation. It's different than the majority of the videos we make, where we do base everything around performance and solely performance. But we have new variables with icon swaps. If you've gotten this far and you haven't liked the video, by the way, I'm slightly offended. Clearly you enjoy the content or the information, and it is free. And YouTube likes it with the algorithm as you like it. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So you might be asking, Mike, you talked about the icons. What about the packs? What do you gravitate toward? So before I give you my selection of what's most interesting with the token usage and where I recommend, what I think is going to make a lot of sense, let's just cover the basis here. What's actually available? You've got 81 times 25, 82 plus times 25, 83 plus times 25. I like all of these. Mainly the 83, of course, because I've had so much pack luck in the previous edition of icon swaps. These are new iterations, new additions, new drops. Expect them to be the less talented brother to the 83 plus, but still, this is great fodderism. That's 75 total players between the three. You have a base icon pack, not very excited. Mid icon pack, I don't think this adds into the equation that well. If you were looking at how you're making investments, completing some of the icon swaps, how you're collaborating, the combinations, I just don't think this fits into that many of attractive builds for what I'm putting together. We have a trusty mid or prime icon pack. We have the prime icon pack, 91 plus prime icon pack. It's sort of concerning or alarming that we need to have a 91 plus guarantee on a prime icon pack. Just food for thought. Prime or moments icon pack. And many of us will contemplate going for broke because you have the dream of potentially getting one of those top tier icons that cost 5 million plus coins if you get their prime or their prime moments. I'm not guaranteeing anything like that's gonna happen, but I already know where this pack and the hype and everything that aligns with it. I'm sure that we will open many of these across the board. If you want any of your packs open regarding icon swaps or just in general, twitch.tv/Mike LaBelle. We do that. And in fact, my pack luck for others has been pretty decent this year. I've gotten Pele, I've gotten Maradona, I've seen multiple promo foot items. You can name the promo, whether you want to get into the foot freeze, team of the year. We packed team of the year Messi. If you haven't seen that video, what? I repeat, we packed team of the year Messi, just not on my account. Here's my final review, the recap, the icon guide, if we're looking at these swaps. If you're using 18 tokens, I like 3 different scenarios. First option, gonna do the 81 times 25, the 82 times 25, the 83 times 25 to go with either a base icon pack, but I would just pick up Deco. At least you know what you're gonna get, unless you're just feeling the risk it for the biscuit mentality, and you might be. But otherwise, 91 Deco, you know exactly what you're investing in. You can fodder them up if needed. You get yourself a high overall player, maybe you become some sort of surprise. You toss them into the squad. For the boys, you pull out some classic razzle dazzle doing some objectives. You're probably not gonna get a weekend league with Deco, or at least not multiple weekend leagues, but that's option 1. Option 2, and I think many of you will gravitate towards this selection, where you have the mid or the prime icon pack to go within the 83 times 25 and the 82 times 25. So you're still getting some of those packs for the fodderism, or maybe some crazy pack luck, and depending what promo is available at the time, you can definitely utilize that promo opening or promo push, a little bit of that hype beast, and then you get a mid or a prime icon, which, as always, just a disclaimer, does not guarantee you anything good. It's still gonna be a crapshoot. I've opened many icon packs, and we've seen a little bit of everything across the board. So I will say, as some good news, the top tier icons definitely exist, and I've seen them all over social media, and I've seen them firsthand from opening many icon packs. Option 3, not gonna front, this feels pretty attractive. I like the shape. You get the prime or the prime moments guaranteed, which is 16 tokens. Then you also can include an 81 times 25. So you're putting a lot forward, or you're putting your best foot forward in that prime or prime moments, but you're going all in. This is going to either be a great decision, or you're going to be so upset with the time that you invested, you're going to want to break something. In fact, you might destroy a controller or two. It could happen. I'm not going to cover all the in-between. We're not going to try to detail what to do if you have 17, 16, 15, 14, and so forth. But I will say this. If you have 10 icon tokens, which many of you watching this video will be able to do, and with a much smaller investment of time, let me show you the way. With 10 tokens, you can complete the 81 times 25, the 82 times 25, and the 83 times 25. I highly encourage you to do that. Even if you know you're not making larger investments, you're not impressed with the icons, you're not happy with this entire promo, let yourself receive 75 overall players that are going to go to the club. I've already seen so much pack luck firsthand with the 83 plus, and definitely on YouTube and content creators. Hopefully the 81 and the 82 doesn't disappoint, but for 10 icon tokens, which is still going to be a reasonable investment of time, but much more reasonable than some of the grind, you're getting yourself a massive return in terms of the fodderism, or even players that you could use if you get the pack luck. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, like the video. If you have any questions, because we really could go into more detail if you wanted to look at the 17 token scenarios, or the 16 tokens, or the 15 tokens, the 14 tokens, but I kind of feel that people are either all in, or you're trying to just do enough. And if you're just doing enough, then you're looking at these types of packs, or maybe one of the icon guaranteed packs. You're probably not going after the actual icons, and you're not going to have a bunch of combinations and collaborations or partnerships. It's just not possible. I'll look through the comments. I appreciate all of you. We've been grinding daily. That's right, I said daily. So turn on some notifications, and I'll have a lot more coming out for you ASAP.